Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rabbi Kakodash, double honors to all the apostles of Great Millstone who do real well. Peace, love, and blessings also to you, brothers on the highways and byways, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure. And also blessings to the very few sisters out there that are listening, learning, and believing. I'm thy fellow labor, Kanakla, coming at you once again with another lesson, Lord's will through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. This lesson is edifying and exhorting. And I just want to get the title of this lesson be the topic of the MOTB. And the MOTB is an acronym for the mark of the beast. Okay. And the beast is this system, this so-called European power structure you see today. And America being the head of the system. Okay. And, you know, just the point that, something has been said as far as, you know, people already having the MOTB. People, for example, let's get this right here. This RFID, I'll simply typed in RFID technology. Okay, you see a radio frequency identification. All right. And, this technology, I'll just read it real quick. Radio frequency identification. What is it? It's radio frequency identification technology uses radio waves to identify people or objects. All right. Real quick. Let's see the purpose. Okay. They're used in a wide variety of applications where contactless authentication is desired. Okay. And ever since the C19 episode, I'm going to call it, that's been pushed, contactless payments. Okay, so there's a desire, all right, for contactless payments, ultimately, all right, for people to receive a mark. Okay, which is why you see, come back to that, why all last week you saw banks collapsing, because the old system has to be removed first. Okay. The old world, so to say. That's why they call it an NWO, New World Order, because the old system has to be removed so the new system can be put in place. Simply. All right. Simple analogy, you want to move someone, all right, and into in a house, all right. You moved the prior person that was in there prior has to move all their belongings out of that house, right? From the furniture, their clothes, their pots, their pans, okay, everything. And then this new person comes in, moves into this place, and they move all their belongings in. So this is basically, just a simple analogy to put it, all right? In order for this new digital system to be in a play, this old system has to be removed. Okay, and this is what you're seeing here. All right, it collapsed. All right, de-dollarization. It's all this stuff is controlled by the global elites. All right, the collapse of major U.S. banks leads to bills calling for more regulation. All right, so they're trying to say this old system is vulnerable. All right. And it needs to be removed, basically. So let's go back to this. Okay. So it says they are used in a wide variety of applications where contactless authentication is desired, including toll booths, transit passes, passports, and contactless key entries. So you can go down and like people always say, well, the chip is in your card or the chip is in your phone. You may already have the MOTB, but all those arguments have no legs to stand when you simply go. That's why another term we call this mark, which in the Greek, let's read it real fast. Revelation 13:16, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, self-explanatory, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. So everything here is pretty much self-explanatory. The word that you must look up, as the scriptures say, study to show thyself approved, and I'm gonna actually get that precept. All right, everything is pretty much self-explanatory. So this is the key word right here. Charagma or charagma, however you want to pronounce it. All right. It says a stamp and a printed mark. All right. And as you see, thing carved, sculpture, graven work. All right. It says and of the mark stamped on the forehead of right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist, a badge, something stamped. So regardless if, because that's their argument. The chip is in your card. You already have the MOTB, or the chip is in your a cell phone. You already have. You have it already. All right. Once again, that argument has no legs to stand on when you go into this word mark, because what it's an actual physical mark that has to be put inside of you. All right. Your phone is not injected underneath your skin. Your card is not inside of you. But all those, things will be possible, all right, if you're marked or badged with this device, with the chip, okay? So it just doesn't make any sense at all right? For the, like Elder Tar said, we done broke this down 1,000 times, but, all right, you go into the word. The root word is karaks, in a scratching, all right? Okay, pill or stake or palisade, which a needle is going to be used to inject this thing underneath your skin. It's going to scratch your skin and place it underneath your skin, okay? Sharpened to a point through the idea of scratching, all right? Look up the medical, it's a medical term called scratching, all right? But this thing is going to scratch your skin, man. Just simply Google search scratch. I'll do it real fast, okay? Scratch meaning right here. A score, and it literally says, look, a mark, okay? The surface of something with a sharp or pointed object, okay? To scratch, that's charagma, to scratch with a pointed object. So what does your phone have to do with scratching you, even though it has the chip in it? What does your card has to do with scratching you, even though it has a chip in it, okay? Yeah, all these devices have chips in it, but none of these devices or has anything to do with scratching you, man. Okay. Let's look up some of the words. Scrape, abrade, lacerate, engrave. All right. The same meanings of the word charagma, to gash. You have a gash, right? Make a gash and cut deeply. And that's what that needle is going to do. Let's see once again. Scratch. Let's see if that medical term shows up again right here. All right. This is a term to this is scratch test, okay? Where they literally scratch your skin and they pour like this solution to see if you're allergic to something. I forget exactly what it was. I went into this before. But the medical dictionary, the scratch test, where you literally cut your skin, man. Okay, I don't want to really get into that right now. I don't want to deviate from the point. Okay? You get the point here. Now, scratch. Let's go back to all score, mark, surface, something with a sharp pointed object. Now, implant. Okay, as you can see right here, images. Look at this right here. That device is placed inside of this syringe, And in order for that device, the CHIP, to get underneath your skin, okay, this sharp pointed object has to scratch your skin or gash your skin or cut your skin. And it's going to deliver this device underneath your skin, man. And then your skin is going to heal. And now it'll be trapped underneath your skin. Similar to a tattoo. Okay? It's a needle used to basically scratch your skin. And it's basically injecting the ink underneath your skin. And your skin heals. And now you have the ink underneath your skin. It's a similar concept, okay? So I just wanted to get that point there. So, I mean, what is your cell phone or your card, even though it has a chip in it? You know, this is something that has to be injected inside of you, man. That has to be put in you. Okay, not something that you hold or something that you possess. Oh, now you have the mark of the beast because your cell phone got a chip in it. You know, that's stupid, man. As it says here, it says of a mark or stamp on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. Okay, so it's going to be a badge on you. All right. Distinctive emblem worn as a mark of office, membership, achievement, license, employment. So basically, this man has to mark you. Is deeper than just using his technology. All right, is deeper than that. He wants to mark you as his. You are a follower of him. You are a worshiper of him. So it's deeper than just having a cell phone with a chip in it or having your bank card with a chip in it. It's deeper than that. Okay? So that doctrine has no room to stand. So real quick, and I'm going to jump through this chapter, this 2 Timothy 2 verse 1. It says, "Thou therefore, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Yahushua." Okay? And the grace and mercy the Lord has given us His truth. All right? Repentance. He has granted repentance on us through this word. Okay, it says, "And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses." Specifically, right now we're talking about what is the MOTB? What is the mark? It says, "The same commit thou to faithful men who shall be able to teach others also." All right. So let's jump down to verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High. And that's what we're finding out, that these guys are not studying. All right. Go into that word mark. Okay. It says, "Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needed to not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Okay. Rightly dividing the word of truth. So all this, you may already have the MOTB. And, you know, like the Elder Tahar said, you know, if they change the technology now, all right, if the RFID chip has been updated to where it's smaller, and, you know, I have seen the square shaped ones. It doesn't matter. In order for you to receive that, all right, according to this prophecy, what John saw, this thing was being injected into people, okay, underneath their skin. So until we get to that point, you can have a cell phone with a chip in it. You can have a card with a chip in it. As long as that chip ain't being put in you, okay? As long as you're not being scratched, all right, or cut by that needle for that device to be put in you, it doesn't matter, man. Okay? That's not according to prophecy. The scriptures say, use the world as not abusing. Okay? We have to use this technology. Right, as of right now, we can use our cards with the chip in it to buy, all right, and sell if you have to. But when it comes to the point to where you have to get that device injected underneath your skin, that's where the line is drawn. Okay, that's where Yahweh Bashim Yahushai draws the line. Okay, so that's really all I have to say. Just like when you had to get the jab. All right, at one point it was a line drawn. We cooperated with them. We wore the masks. Okay, we wore the mask. We stayed home. But the line was drawn when they say, hey, you can't continue to work here if you don't receive this. Where the line was drawn. Okay? It gets to the point where the line is drawn, man. All right? And the line hasn't been drawn yet to where this thing is made mandatory. That's what we're waiting on. All right? And it's going to come soon. The steps are being taken. The collapse the collapse of this bank those are signs, all right, for us to see when this line is going to be drawn. Okay, so with that, Lord's willing, this is edifying. Till next time, giving all praise to Yahweh Shalom.